As the automotive industry evolves, some older generations may feel a sense of uncertainty about the future of the industry. Electric cars, video games, technology. Many young people are interested in the latest gadgets, devices, and software. They may even prioritize investing in technology, clothing, and accessories rather than a car. But I want to remind you guys that the Bronco industry is still thriving, and this young generation is a testament to this fact. Take a look at this group of Bronco owners, all at the age of 30 or younger. Their passion and excitement for the Bronco is a clear indication that the industry will continue to grow and evolve for generations to come.
Obviously, we're all a little bit younger. This has kind of been a deal that our grandpas, uncles, dads have put on. I guess the main deal is to prove to the older generation that we do have a little bit of responsibility in us. We can get a little organized and have some fun. Mistake number one. We've got like 3 radios and I didn't give one to Parker, who's leading this whole thing. So, young people error number 1 in the books.
At Wild Horses 4x4, we fully believe and support the younger generation coming up in the Bronco community. Our mission with this cruise was to prove that the younger generation of enthusiasts were just as passionate about this lifestyle as those that came before. While we owe everything to the ones that came before us, it was time to make our mark and continue building memories of our own.
It's vapor lock. So what you're doing, you're filling the bowls, it's vaporizing. Mine used to do the same thing, so.
It sounds like vapor lock. So, but we've got some smart people under 30 years old that are handling it.
Go through that, yeah.
As long as we solve this without getting someone over 30, we're good. I feel like I'm watching a prequel where they show everybody way younger. That's what's going on.
All right. Yeah, it's trying to identify as a Jeep.
Alrighty folks, 30 Below Cruise. We are here with Charles. Charles, we got a couple questions for you. First off, what got you into the whole Bronco thing?
So my dad, his first vehicle was a Ford Bronco.
Okay.
And he sold it when I was very young. So ever since, you know, seeing that one and pictures of it, I've always wanted one. So once I could buy one and afford one, I got me a project to work on. So
did it look like this when you got it? Did it run like this when you got it? Or how much work did you put in?
So same engine, same carburetor, a little bit of work here and there. Wheels and tires, I've changed those. I've added a few cosmetic things, but I'm afraid to paint it because then I can't use it.
Yeah, no, it's the big problem nowadays. Charles, it was good talking. I'm glad you came out, man. Thank you. We're here with Carson. Carson, 30 Below Cruise. How long have you had the Bronco?
I've had this one about 5 years now. Yeah, I did the whole restoration on it. It's been through high school, everything.
Okay, so 5 years, you're 19, so you 14 years old, give or take, when you started kind of wrenching on it?
Oh yeah. So I pulled it out of the woods of Georgia. We were originally gonna sell it, you know, decided to keep it and worked on it, got it running, driving, drove it every day.
What got you into the Broncos? Family member, it's been around forever. What's the story behind that?
Yeah, so family members, my dad had one. He's had it since he was 16. We've always had Broncos in the family. And so with this one, when we found it, figured why not try another one. You know, always had them around, and so always been wrenching on them since I was, 4 years old. So
do you have any big modifications planned for this thing? Are you getting it where it's gotta be? What's the big plans with it?
This one, I mean, it's a good driver. I drive it all the time, drove it all the way here. Gonna do long travel on it next, 37s, and put a locker in the front.
Well, now here's the thing, is it's starting to look pretty clean as you keep on making progress. Are you gonna take it off-road, or are we gonna keep it clean?
Oh yeah, it's just sheet metal and paint.
There you go. Well, good deal, man. Well, we appreciate the time. Appreciate you coming on the run, man. So, what's your name?
Nick Colvin.
17 years old. How long have you had the Bronco for?
About 4.5 years. I bought it when I was 11.
That's just putting me to shame, dude. Come on. How much did you get it for at 11 years old? What kind of money are you dropping on a Bronco like this?
$700, 4 parts truck.
What at 11 years old were you doing to get that money together, if you don't mind me asking?
I was working with my granddad doing plumbing, electrical, and farm work.
What got you into the Broncos?
So I've always been around Broncos with my dad, and he always had nice stuff working on them, and I wanted something to work on myself. So instead of breaking his stuff and messing his stuff up, I want something of my own to break.
Heck yeah. How long did it take you to save up the $700?
I've been working since I was about 8.
My gosh, you're a hustler, dude.
I was working every summer, every hour I could. I wasn't playing sports at the time, so any free time went to work.
Now, how did your time get split up with this thing? Are you working on it a lot? Are you keeping it alive, or is it just treating you nicely?
So it gets worked on as it's needed. Treat it nice and it treats you nice.
Right. That's, maybe I should take a lesson out of his book.
Yeah.
I don't treat my stuff very nice, and it returns the favor. One other question we got to ask is, are you got any big plans slated for this thing?
Eventually, it'll get body work and paint.
Okay.
But I'm gonna keep it, the nice rust.
There we go.
It's rust.
At least you're honest. Well, cool, man. Well, hey, we appreciate it, dude. Thanks for coming on the cruise, dude, and congrats on the build.
Thank you.
First question we got to ask, what got you into Broncos? Was it a family member? Was it a hobby? Did you see it online?
A family member.
Okay.
My dad started out with a 94, and then he sold it. Then he got a 68 and 69, sold the 69, and the 68's getting refurbished now. And he also has a 2022 Wild Track, where mine's the base.
Sounds like you got quite the Bronco family.
Yes.
Right on, man. Well, Riley, it was good talking to you, man. Thank you for coming on the run.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we are here with Willie. How long have you had the Bronco for?
Since I started driving, so about 17.
Okay.
And parents had it for like 3 years before, and they were daily driving it. And I wanted the Bronco really bad, so they gave it to me.
Heck yeah, man. How much work have you put into this thing since you got your hands on it?
Transmission.
Okay. Well, we appreciate the time, Willis. You're the man. Now, real quick, he does take some bomb pictures. Where can they find you?
At the White Ford Bronco on Instagram.
There you go. Go follow him. Check him out. Willis, thank you, man. Alrighty, folks, we're here with Wade. How long have you had the Bronco for?
I think we put this one together in 2021.
Okay.
We had bought this one in a whole trade that happened. Many Broncos were exchanged for other Broncos.
Okay.
And in like 20 days, it's ready to go. We were driving it to the Outer Banks.
That's some fast work right there. I've taken a year to put my engine back together. Freak. What got you into the Broncos?
Well, it was my dad. He's a bit of a madman. He's standing over there laughing at me.
And also his dad snuck on the 30 below cruise. So, a couple of you did, huh?
He's been doing this since he was my age, and
Okay.
I've just always grown up with it.
Well, cool, man. Well, glad you made it out, dude.
Yep.
Alrighty, folks. The man, the myth, the legend behind putting this all on. Obviously, he's got his whole crew of friends that help put this on. So first off, give them a hand clap. Give yourselves a hand clap. You guys did great. No, really, I'm serious. Give yourselves a hand clap. Good. This isn't your first Bronco, from what I understand. How long have you had this one for?
We've had this one since like last May. I didn't start it, like the project, until November, December-ish.
What was the inspiration behind getting into the Bronco thing?
So my grandpa bought my 88 Bronco originally back in the day. Then we started working on everything. It kind of just sat in the garage my whole life. It was like a hide and seek spot in the back of it, and then eventually we started working on it to get it ready, and he did all the paint and body work himself in the shop. He's a carpenter, so it's not like it was his first time doing all that, And then I started driving it, and people started commenting on how nice and clean it was and everything, and then so I just head first into the whole Bronco scene.
The rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's been a long road, but it's been fun. And
Yeah.
I met all these people along the way, and we're all from different states and everything, and we get together and still hang out. So
With that said, we got to ask, are there any big plans for this thing in the future?
so we just finished the frame, the body, the motor, transmission, everything. It's all clean underneath. So now I want to do the interior. Probably leave the paint for a long while, at least until I get the money. And we might love the patina by then and never change it. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
the
thinking.
interior next is the big goal. But
This build, his other build, it's all documented on Instagram. Where can they find you?
Bronco.88. Yeah.
There you go. Simple enough, folks. Oh, Parker, we appreciate you helping us put this on. You're the man. Your friends are awesome. Thank you, guys. There you go, folks. The 30 Below cruise. We're only about 20 minutes, I'd say, into this thing. For the most part, it's gone smoothly. We did have the one issue with the rig. That's getting trailered down. For the record, I would like to say we had all the parts to fix it, but the owner didn't want to hack into his fuel lines and stuff like that. So that's fine, that's all good. That's what being 20 minutes away from help does. So we're gonna use that to our advantage. We're gonna hit the road right now, complete the other 40 minutes of this drive, and then kind of call it a day. But we appreciate you guys watching so far. Stick around.
The mission with this cruise and this video is to inspire younger people in the Bronco community to continue to step up and take ownership of this passion. More often than not, someone came before us and paved the way for us to be a part of this lifestyle, and we owe it to them to continue living the dream.
Alrighty folks, there we go, the 30 below cruise, simple enough, nothing too crazy happened. Aside from Matt with his oil pump, his fuel pump, something along those lines. Again, I want to drive home the fact that we could have got it fixed, but he was a little worried, especially with the flame shooting out of the carburetor. We didn't want to melt down his dad's Bronco, so we made the call, got the trailer up there, and you know, we'll call it there, you know, but I think that we all could have handled it just fine.
Right.
With that said, first off, I'd like to thank all of the drivers who came on the cruise. It's a young generation, and like we said before, I think our generation tends to get a little bit of a bad rep when it comes to being responsible, kind of carrying on the traditions, being hands-on with some stuff. We're called entitled, called whiny, but from the group that we had out there, I can tell you that this whole Bronco thing is in good hands, and we hope to keep it that way. If you guys are a bit younger and you're thinking about getting into this thing, the only advice I could give is do it. Get into it. Try to find friends, you know, like Parker and guys like that in your area, or not in your area. They're all from different states, but that's what this whole community is about. Whether you got a new Bronco, 5th gen, 4th gen, all the way to the 1st gen, there are people that are willing to help you out and people that are willing to keep the thing alive with you. So check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'm Mitch Creel. I'm 24 years old, and I've been around Broncos my entire life. And with that said, let's keep living the dream, and we'll see you guys out there on the trail. Peace!